Not made that way.
Introducing your champion.
Losing isn't fun. That's why I don't do it.
Just want to give a shout out to all my fans watching. I love you guys. I love you. Sorry about that, amigo. Get respawned so I can chase you down
Play
again.
here. Unless you don't want to survive this.
Hold on tight. It's time to drop, shock, and rock.
Got a mark there. Long shot
Recon
away.
that way. Found extra supplies here. Arm up. Zip rail here. Car SMG here.
Attention.
First blood.
Round one.
Gotta be someone.
Beginning ring
Glad it's not one of
countdown.
us.
I found a little something extra.
Firing. Smoke out. Throwing thermite.
I see an enemy over there.
One minute. Rings got company out there. Throwing jump drive. Giving him the chimney. Spotted. Double timing it.
We have 45 seconds.
Recharging shields.
Off the mic. Spotted.
Be ready. A broken enemy shield.
Reloading.
We've got
That's on me.
that is an enemy shield.
Reload. Champions out, huh?
Jump drive activated. New kill leader? Interesting.
Down. Need a medic.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Hold on, I need to heal. We're all outside the ring and a wall of death is coming our way.
Attention. Delivering care package.
I feel good about this care package. Shall we?
This ain't no place for you, unless you try a bit harder.
I wonder what we'll find over there.
I'm crafting. Beauty takes time. Barrel stabilizer here. Level 3.
Moving to Echo for a better angle.
I can use that.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
The kill leader has been eliminated.
Crafting. Just a sec.
Using jump drive. I found a little something. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Heat shield here.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
There's a new kill leader.
Nemesis here.
Old one's dead or slacking
Hop
off.
up here. Turbocharger. Welcome to the shop. Eu tenho de tudo.
Launching to a new angle.
Nemesis here.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
Nice choice. You've got good taste.
Delivered.
Beautiful. We have a replicator coming in.
Attention. The kill leader has been eliminated.
Got some extra supplies here. You're welcome.
Getting a fresh angle. Half the squad are worm food. I picked up the enemy scent. Mark them on your map. Let's go there.
Cover me. Crafting.
Taking a new angle.
I'm crafting. Beauty takes time. Here. Could be helpful in a pinch.
Look, trade there with level 2 shields. Running with a full squad.
All three got blue.
I'll hold this. Let's see what we have over here. I'll be keeping them away from here. Contact.
Warning. Closing.
We're inside the ring. One less thing to worry about. Setting up shop. Mama's got you now.
Got a
Right
mark
down
there.
range.
Long shot away.
Ooh, I feel good about this care package. Shouting.
Ultimate accelerant here.
Firing. Pop in the chimney. Double timing it. Already on my mark. Firing for effect.
Taking fire. Try and hide with that shiny tech.
They're shooting at me. I cracked an enemy shield.
Recharging my shields.
This way, let's go. Cracked an enemy shield. Need a leg. Tango down. Kill confirmed. Dusted an enemy shield. Reloading. Whole squad taken out. I like what I see. Giving him the chimney.
Some prey there.
Taking a knee. Patching up. Jump drive set.
Round 3. Beginning ring.
Let's hunt over there.
Current here.
That's mine.
Shield battery here.
Echo's got an angle. Moving there.
Black market here. In the mood for some shopping?
Replicator incoming. Better angle at Echo's location.
Healing.
Let's go there.
Yes. Target over there. Looks like that's been... Forget it.
There's a zip rail here. Putting up a defense here. Need a new angle on this.
Jump drive out.
Someone gave that prey
I see
level 2
someone over
shields.
there.
Running with the full squad. Getting shot. Recharging shields.
Firing. Enemy here. I cracked an enemy shield. Spotted.
Got a tag on him. Fire. Using a Phoenix kit.
They're shooting at me. Enemy spotted. Reloading. Recharging my shield. Reload.
Echo's picked a sweet angle. Moving.
Pop and smoke. Defending here. This way, let's go. Taking fire. I cracked it in.
I'm bleeding out.
Frag out.
Took down some prey.
Got the positional advantage. Reloading. Care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Well, wasn't that illuminating?
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
We're not all in the ring. That's how you get cooked. Enemy over here.
some good loot around here.
Don't need to carry more bandages round the whole yourself.
Hey, bota cansa.
Been putting the bomb in bombastic since 2681.
There's gotta wait, Echo. We're up.
I can win this thing with one eye closed, or both eyes closed. Hell, I don't even have to show up.
This is your champion.
Try as you might. You can't kill a what, son?
Hope you're not afraid to get...
I'm the jump master. Let's land there. This must be what a bullet feels like. Might set up over that way.
Yep. Guys, look at this! Guys, look, look, look!
Eyes open! Even in the wind!
Launching me knuckle cluster.
Countdown.
Knuckle cluster out. Firing.
Already in the next ring.
Cracked an enemy shield. Broke that enemy shield.
Someone's been there. Setting up my team.
Here comes the old knuckle cluster.
Getting shot at.
Shot at. Stand back, knuckle cluster. Firing.
Enemies have been here.
Launching the arm star. Firing up star. Oh, sure it's on down. Hey now, another squad coming in. Using the decoy escape. Just relax. I got everything under control.
Recharging shield.
Grenade, fellas. I'm taking some damage.
Current angle sucks. Switching it up.
Broken enemy shield. Sending out my decoy.
Attention. First blood.
Oh, someone got the party started.
The champion has been eliminated.
Champion's dead.
Oh, down. They didn't keep shot, though.
We're already inside the next ring.
Giving my shield to recharge.
One sec, healing up. Go bamboozle.
Tagged him. I cracked a target's shield. Opening fire on our prey. Got a tag on him. Shattered the prey's shield.
Barrage here to save the day.
Took down some prey.
here for us.
Recharging shields.
Healing up. You'll be right.
Tagged and half in the bag. I wounded the prey.
Bamboozles for the foozles. Yeah, I said it. Healing up. You'll be right.
Cracked the target's shield. Took down some prey. Better angle at Echo's location. Getting shot at.
Bam to the woozle. Sending out a decoy.
May knock one.
Pulling up.
Deploying me knuckle cluster.
Recharging shields. I need shields.
Bam goes the boozle. Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Rockstar going long.
Tucking a frag grenade.
Launch a frag. Deploying me knuckle cluster.
Tucking a frag grenade. Taking a new angle.
Deploying me knuckle cluster. Bam. I'm running out of ideas.
I cracked a target's shield. Found the mark. My prey is down.
Firing.
Reloading.
Reloading. Enemy shield cracked. Reloading. Reloading. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Like the whole squad. That was the last one in the squad.
Helmet here. Level 3. R301 here.
Healing. I'll walk it off. Oh, hell yeah, matey. I need optics for an assault rifle.
Botín balesa. Un buque balesa. Quiero balesa. ¿Pero becas? ¿Lo sabe, cabrón?
R301 here. Making contact here.
Tagged him.
Launching me.
Shattered prey's shield.
Recharging me shields.
I broke the fuse.
Getting shot at. Shield crack. Dropping them on the left. Right ahead. Launching me knuckle cluster. I think this place needs a little more me. Decoy escape deployed. Gonna use
Tagged some prey.
Here comes the old knuckle cluster.
Round 2. Beginning ring.
Looky here, lads. We're inside the ring. Reckon we should go here. Target's target here. Bam! There goes a boozle, or something like that. shield. Reloading.
Damn it!
Here comes the old knuckle cluster.
Recharging my shields.
Shots fired and they're hitting me. Sending out another me. Damn, he's good looking.
Launching me knuckle cluster. Enemy there. Firing.
Praise tag. Take him down. Watch it! Grenade!
Open door here, fellas. Let's go here.
Need a new angle on this.
Shots fired and they're hitting me. Being down.
Getting shot at. Grenade!
Recharging me shield. My shield's recharging.
I need shield.
Okay. We got another squad here. Down there.
Give me. Reloading.
Show up on my door playing pretend soldier? Here's your candy.
I gotcha. Making contact with enemy. Ah, Walter, you done good. Nothing I can't fix anyway.
Well, you don't break as many bones as me without learning a thing or two.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Hostile over there.
Replicator being delivered.
That way, fellas. Move your butt. Got me ultimate, mate. This is gonna be a blast.
Enemy spotted. Target spotted.
Hell yeah.
Attention. Kill leader has been eliminated.
Enemy.
Let's go this way.
Enemy.
Care package over here. Shield battery here. Backpack here. Level 3.
Cheers, mate. Hey, word of advice? Mixing with mags ain't a good idea.
Check it. Zip right here. Ready to roll. Not just something good that way.
Attention.
Target over there.
Care package.
Target over there.
Enemy there.
Danger, move.
Well, that'd be an enemy.
Hostile spotted.
What do you say we move here?
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Clown there. Lucky me.
Hostile over there.
Clown there. Lucky me. Gotta clown that away.
Enemy spotted.
Clown there.
Enemy over there.
Zip line here. Spotted it.
This way. Let's go.
Spotted a clown over there.
Warning.
You're being aimed at.
Someone's got a shot. Enemy spotted.
Hostile spotted.
Joker there.
that's me.
Joker over there.
They're aiming right at you.
Strongo over there. Spotted a clown over there.
Clown here. Joker here.
Hold bloody still, will ya? I'm doctoring the best I can.
They're aiming right at you.
On ya, mate.
Ultimate ready now. Contact with hostile. Hostile close.
Enemy here.
Hostile close.
Hostile right here.
We have our Apex champions.
I ranked down. That's bad, right?
It's likely that Memphis has comfortable confidence, and Houston has to struggle to find it.
Hollister, second team all-conference point guard. He has been their steadying force through injury the last couple of seasons. He'll have to be again today. Mark steps inside Davis. Finds Shed. Deep three. No good. Up for grabs, and it's Williams out jumping everybody.
I feel like the goal if you're Memphis is to have DeAndre Williams play 40 minutes. Stay out of foul trouble is the biggest key.
Williams fadeaway.
That's what he's got.
Spins it out.
So you talk about freedom. You talk about a green light. That's neon green. And the green light is not just what he does offensive. It's also on the defensive end.
Arsenault takes Andrews to the hole, and there's a foul as well. What a lift by the freshman Terrence Arsenault in his first career starts. Those of you on ESPN News will be moving over to ESPN. Memphis leading by 3 early. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. When you take care of your team, they take care of business.
We got the house! Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Wait, hold on. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real? Oh, yeah, it's got really real. DQ, happy tastes good.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness starts from the inside out. Get healthy real hydration. No added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or added colors. Gatorade Fit. Healthy real hydration today helps you feel tomorrow.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. With the money you save, we tried electric unicycles.
I think I got it.
Okay. Doggy paddle. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, Fritz, did you know Auto Trader lets me shop for cars by monthly payment? So I know what I'll pay before I buy. Is that a refrigerator joke?
In it should.
All right, just stick to making ice. I didn't mean right now.
Experience the capability of the complete line of SUVs at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Here's a little tip for all you aspiring fishermen. The easiest way to catch wild, humongous, already deep-fried fish is with $5 in your wallet and a brown paper Arby's bag. Arby's, we have the meats.
I'm going to give you his resume. Your mom has made it her job to find you any job.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do.
When your resume is on Indeed, you get matched with jobs that fit your requirements.
Where do you get your persistence from?
Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything else.
Get a dozen shrimp for $1 with any steak. Only at Applebee's.
Welcome back to Fort Worth, Texas. Houston did not start American Player of the Year Marcus Sasser today, and it's safe to say we don't expect him to play after suffering this groin injury yesterday when he slipped. Spot that Tremont Markin dove on a few possessions earlier for a loose ball. For more on Marcus Sasser, here's Myron Metcalf.
Yeah, I was with Marcus Sasser this morning at 9 at the shoot-around. He tried to work out the injury, kind of left it around. Then I saw him before the game and said, Marcus, how you feeling? He said, I'm trying to figure it out, really determined. Looks like he's going to do everything he can to try to get back out there at some point, fellas. But disappointed he couldn't go today. Couldn't at least start the game.
They went through a full warm-up period, and Kelvin Sampson said they genuinely didn't know. We met with Kelvin about 40 minutes before the game, and he said, I still haven't heard from Marcus. Tested it out in warm-ups. Kelvin did say yesterday, I would tend to err on the side of caution, knowing that there are enormous stakes for Houston. Winning a trophy here would be incredible, but this team can come down nice in Houston.
There's a lot of dynamics. There's the long game, and there's ultimately what you want to do, which is get back to Houston for the Final Four. There's also keeping things kind of close to the chest in terms of seeding. And preparation for this game, you wanted Memphis to prepare for Marcus Sasser. Wow, finish.
Strong drive. Malcolm Dandridge, who played a career-high 28 minutes against Houston on Sunday.
Now, they have to be better and more careful with Malcolm Dandridge defensively. They need him to be able to bang down low. You do not want him having to cover. Good defense by Alex Lomax. You don't want Dandridge to have to cover someone like Arsenault off the bounce. It kind of negates the strength that he gives you by being on the floor.
First Houston turnover. Terrence Arsenault making his first career start in place of Sasser. He's already got 6 points, which is the most he's scored in 17 games. This Tigers 25-8 finished the season on a 13-3 run. Very good away from home as well. There's a foul as Arsenault and Cheney are trying to get a hand in front. Pass to Dandridge.
These are some of those plays that you just kind of, you shake your head a little because there's no angle to make that pass. Alex Lomax has to dribble that thing over to the right to be able to make that entry pass. And that's what they do from time to time. That's also, in a way, what makes them dangerous. They do things that you really don't want to do at times, and it works.
That was against Arsenault. Here's Dandridge on Reggie Cheney. Two very experienced players down low. Davis got Cheney in the ear once, twice, and missed the jump shot. Rebound, Jawan Roberts, the Americans' most improved player in a second-team all-conference pick.
Houston has to get comfortable with is kind of figuring out a little bit of what Memphis does defensively. And again, they don't really play by the same rules. They'll run and jump and chase from behind and get out of position, scramble. But it's something you have to have poised early to figure out.
Arsenault in a step-back try. Good box out by Williams on Roberts.
That's not Arsenault's game yet. Like he will be, still has some development to do.
Davis, leading scorer in the American, adds 2 more.
He's special. He's really special. And look, the Jekyll and Hyde approach with Davis and Williams, it's brilliant. It's beautiful in its own way, where you got the stabilizer in Davis, and then not anything goes with Williams. It almost allows DeAndre to be DeAndre.
Davis and Williams with 11 in the first 15 for Memphis, averaging 57.5 combined in the first 2 tournament games. 4 to shoot for Mark. Roberts gives him a screen. Mark held up by Williams, throws it wildly. Somehow, someway made it. Pat Adams will check to see if that got off before the shot clock expired.
It was really good defense and a good job by DeAndre Williams, not fouling, but helping Tremont Mark. And they're going to need a lot more out of Tremont Mark today. You understand that off the ball, when you had Sasser and Shed together, multiple ball handlers, creators, facilitators, initiators, good stabilizers on the floor. But now Mark's going to have to be a combination of both. He's going to have to be a scorer. He's going to have to space the floor, but he's also going to have to be a stabilizer at times in late shot clock situations.
Very quick review, and the shot does count for Mark.
You were coming into this game. This was a really exciting game. This was a game that I felt like this is a big-time matchup. I think this is a Memphis team that nobody's going to want to see if they're an 8 or 9. Goodness gracious. We sit in a Houston program that all season has kind of been in and out of that top spot. It's just wild, man. It's a great time of year.
We said in the open, we'll repeat it for those of you just joining us, which is there isn't anything in the NCAA tournament at stake. Houston will be a 1 seed. Memphis will probably be an 8-9. It feels like the world's at stake when these two teams play, as Memphis turns it over. There's a fire, there's an intensity, there's an absolute hunger that both of these teams have, particularly when they play each other.
It's a respectful hatred, to be honest.
It really is.
And that's not a nasty thing to say. I think you appreciate your competitors enough to really want to go at them. And these guys want to go at each other.
Kelvin Sampson and Penny Hardaway, 2 huge personalities who've been incredibly respectful of each other. That's a 3, or Emmanuel Sharp, in, out, and back in again. And the freshmen Sharp and Arsenault providing an early Houston lift.
Sharp's another one. If you get him making shots, he's just got to stay on the floor and stay out of foul trouble. Defensively, he's still got some improvement to do.
McCann drives it into Walker, and another strong finish. Memphis has attacked the rim with panache.
Doesn't know what that means, but sounds good.
It sure does. It'll be your vocabulary word of the day to look up at the other 12.
Sounds like something you top a bagel with.
Shed with the pull-up. He has not had a touch so far. A long rebound deflected to Sharp. It's the 5th offensive rebound for Houston, which is one of the nation's best at that. Sharp short. And he tracks it down, but he was out of bounds. Emmanuel Sharp and Terrence Arsenault are going to have to play major minutes today with the expected absence of Marcus Sasser.
They've got to be able to play fearlessly. I think when you get young guys, you give them more of an opportunity. They have to take that opportunity, view it more as responsibility to say, I'm filling a role in this team. My role got a little bigger given our circumstances, our realities, which is Marcus Sasser's not in this game. Unlikely to be in this game, I guess, still at this point. But you just have to do the little things right. Again, the culture pieces, the identity pieces, and if you get open shots, you make open shots.
Arsenault just committed his 2nd foul. Without Sasser, foul trouble is going to be an even bigger issue, and Kelvin Sampson is politely reminding Arsenault of that.
Foul trouble is going to be a big deal, but if you can get guys like Arsenault and Sharp to make some open threes, really pull that defense out, it's going to be easier to attack that wild Memphis defense.
Business is a lot like basketball. Success is surrounding yourself with the right team and understanding the value that each player brings to the table. When you take care of your team, they take care of business.
Rated T for Teen.
Experience the exhilaration of the performance line.
How should I answer that?
The invitation to Lexus sales event.
Okay, let's go right now.
The 3 for me
Right
only
now.
at Chili's.
Right now.
Serves a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
There are all kinds of products in this world. Things that make life easier. Or more fun. But New York Life's product is different. It's 12,000 experts whose responsibility is to be there, to guide you through the happiest and the most difficult times. People who know the most valuable things in life aren't things at all. This is our product. This is what we do.
You see Wendy's Square hamburger, you know you're getting fat. That's why Reggie Miller is celebrating our efforts.
Oh, baby! There's the beef! Wait, get this next door.
Reggie says celebrating Wendy's hamburgers is a team effort. And he's right.
In the building. Like it.
When you want the best hamburgers, choose life. Choose Wendy's KFC.
A decade of power performance.
And a vision for a powerful future. This is the American Athletic
One week ago today, Houston and Memphis gave us one of the games of the season, which started in feisty fashion. Some Cougars walking through Memphis's pregame line before the anthem. Memphis came back from double digits down to take the lead in the second half, and then back and forth we went. Jamal Schiff had Houston in front. The Cougars turned it over, up by 2, with Kendrick Davis with 9 seconds to go tie it. That set up more heroics for Shed at the buzzer to win it. Second time in 3 years, Houston's hit a buzzer beater on the final day of the regular season to beat Memphis. And this was the thrill of victory of the Houston locker room after. Kelvin Sampson pounding his chest as the Cougars finished a 17-1 regular season in conference play. He was named the American Coach of the Year again as Houston looks to win its third straight title.
remarkable. And the fan base in Memphis, I think Memphis has one of the better fan bases in the country. Houston's phenomenal. Fertitta says something on another level, but that fan base really loves their Memphis basketball program, and I think they should be really excited about what they're seeing now, which I do think is sustainable going forward.
Memphis turns it over as we check in with Byron. Friday morning, Kelvin Sampson was getting ready for the East Carolina game when he got a phone call and learned that his twin sister, Karen Sampson, had passed away after a battle with a long illness. His wife told me that he tried to hold it in, tried to keep it from the team, but broke down in front of the team prior to that East Carolina game as all the emotions have kind of poured out. He's certainly coaching with a heavy heart. He told me he's not sure what he's going to do next in terms of funeral arrangements, but it's certainly on his mind, and it's certainly something that he's trying to get through at one of the most difficult moments of his coaching career. Byron, thank you, and we're all, as we said to Kelvin, we expressed it again here, all thinking about Kelvin and his family, the Sampsons. There's so many of them here. His wife Karen is here in the front row. Son Kellen is, of course, the lead assistant. His daughter Lauren, director of external operations. Mark hits the jumper. It is not talk, it's not bluster, it's literally a family affair in Houston. Yeah, he said Karen Sampson was his biggest fan, that she never ever missed a game. She actually graduated from North Carolina. She was a pharmacist, but she loved what Kelvin Sampson was doing down here. I would have loved to be a part of this run that they're on right now. Amazing run it's been. Thank you, Myron Lomax, for the jumper. The offense is high-flying early in a battle of two terrific defensive teams. Memphis playing at its pace with an early three-point lead.
And given how physical both teams are, we've had a good flow in this game, so teams are able to figure out kind of how they want to play the double team quickly there on Walker.
Looks like something Houston usually does to opponents. And they have steal.
They might call a kick, but they're going to get the foul on Cheney. That was interesting. How about Memphis giving Houston a little of the Houston defense with that hard double? I mean,
personnel against Cheney. Roberts replaces him. Arsenault's out of the game with 2 for Houston.
Go back to just watch the Memphis double there on Walker. You're forcing Walker to make a good decision with a pressure double. I like that move by Memphis.
Davis, Shed gives him off to Sharp, and he blows right by Sharp. So miscommunication, and Kelvin Sampson immediately goes to his bench.
Oh, wasn't just miscommunication out top. It was that head fake, ball fake, eyeball fake that Kendrick Davis gave Tremont Mark that ultimately opened up. I got our hand held over the basket, got a good look.
He's going to bring Arso back into the game despite the 2 fouls. Mark way off on a pull-up 3.
Davis, I mean, when you split, you split, you get through, watch that ball. That's brutal, man. That is brutal, just coming right there. Look at the eyeballs, the facial expressions, everything that he did was convincing Tremont Martin that he's making that pass just to set up the layup. That's pretty stuff. That's what the old vets do, right? The game slows down for you. You play at a different pace, your own pace, and you use head fakes, ball fakes, short fakes, eyeball fakes, mouth fakes, whatever you got. It all works.
You're a big fan of eyeball fakes.
Eyeball fakes are too. Especially get them wide.
Lomax pulls up for a deep one. Lomax! Alex Lomax, a career 29% three-point shooter with a confident stroke from deep.
Throw numbers out the window with Memphis. They're still going to fire. They just play. I would say less plays, set plays, more playing, and here you go.
Offensive foul called on Shed on the screen. Kelvin Sampson wants a timeout. He is graciously signaling for a timeout. His Houston team is on the ropes in a way that they haven't been much this year.
And this has just been remarkable. How about Alex Lomax? Talk about low shooting percentage, and I don't think they really care. They're going to ball anyway. Right now, Memphis rolling.
The following transformation is real, but temporary. Now any guy can temporarily cover grays, fill in thin, patchy areas, and create a fuller, defined look for bearded brows. New just for men, one-day bearded brow. Breakthrough color that stays put for the day until you wash it out. for Men, one-day beard and brow color.
Welcome back to ESPN's Champ League, presented by Principal. This
Beh,
is the
questa
American
si può che
Men's
reclama
Basketball
che
Championship
fanno
game.
del
Memphis
getto
and Houston
migliore.
meeting for the second straight
E
year
lui
in
come
the
chi la
conference
casa, capitale.
championship game. The fourth straight year in the conference tournament, and the Cougars have eliminated the Tigers the last 3 conference tournaments. But Alex Lomax with an early 7, Kendrick Davis with 6, DeAndre Williams with 7. There's a different level of confidence about this Memphis team.
There is. I mean, again, I go back to the identity is really rooted more in the play, the passion, the joy of somebody like DeAndre Williams. When you build your team around that and you get someone a star like Kendrick Davis, look out.
Demarie Franklin, top 2, and it's in the hands of Mark.
That thing went in. We might as well just call.
Start the confetti already.
I mean, 10-17 to start. That's a good start for Memphis.
That's the nation's #1 field goal defense, 36%. Shed yet to score, and Shed draws a foul. Driving it into Chandler Lawson, who picks up his first.
He does a good job. Like, given how wild they are, and I say that with all the love in the world, given how wild they are at times defensively, he does a good job with his rotations, keeping guys fresh. There's really no let up. And each one that comes in is different in their own way.
Ball Shed, 72% free throw shooter. Again, without Marcus Sasser, he is yet to score. That is Selection Sunday tonight. We are just around 2 hours away from the reveal of the field of 68. 6 Eastern, 5 Central, Reese Davis and again. Look at the men's field of 68 at Sports Center as the brackets are announced. Bracketology follows at 7, and women's selection special at 8, and then 10 Eastern, 9 Central bracketology at 3.
I think that's big for Jamal Shed to get things going. I like that they'll switch up to his own, so long as they get a stop out of it.
They did. The ball's up for grabs, though. Lawson knocked it out of bounds, and Houston will take over.
That's the challenge in the zone. When the ball moves well, the defense has to move with the basketball. So when the defense shifts and the shot goes up from the perimeter, you're not there to block somebody, at least individually, out. So you have to be collective as a group in that zone when getting on the defensive glass.
Houston's no field goals in the last 3 minutes. 6 for 17 start for the Cougars without Marcus Sasser. It was a game-time decision, but has not played and in all likelihood will not play.
I think Shed's got to grow more, really try to get down in the paint.
Arsenal looking for Roberts. Has the size on Hardaway. Lomax gives a soft double. Roberts passes out of it. Martin takes his time. Martin misses it. Walker fights for it. Wins the offensive rebound. And then Lomax knocked it away from Shed. Davis down the floor to score it.
You really have to be cautious passing the basketball, especially those cross-court passes, skip passes. Memphis, they're playing like 5 safeties on the floor. They're always looking to take it away. It's the easy ones on the other end.
Lomax, one of the nation's leaders in steals. Nearly 2.5 a game with his first. Mark takes it in. Mark misses another. And here's Davis in transition. Doesn't matter if he has numbers or not. He's always lethal. He'll pull it out this time to be safe.
Well, you should always be pushing to avoid allowing the Houston defense to get set. Now look at the matchup you got. You got Davis on Walker. You know he's attacking.
Davis attacks. Davis terminated the dribble. Walker's all over it. Davis squeezed around, got a shot off. And Roberts ultimately grabs it, gets out of there with the possession. Here comes Roberts. And Roberts will be fouled. A blocking foul is called on the floor against Jaden Hardaway. 8-point lead for Memphis, looking for the conference title.
Targets on site.
Are you followed? No. On the assets? It's all here, as we discussed. Should we get some lunch?
Sounds good. Family.
If you're an undercover agent, you need to be undercover. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
We're out to get out of there.
See how much you can save by bundling with Geico.
Experience the elevation of electrification at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Businesses nationwide are switching to Verizon Business Internet. It's a perfect fit for my small business. Verizon has business internet solutions nationwide.
For our not so small businesses.
Get internet that keeps your business ready for anything from Verizon.
You went all out, fam. Look out with one quick silver card to get 1.5% cash back for Spike's debut. Y'all ready? Oh, it's on. Oh, hell, you couldn't call a cab. Telemarketers make better calls. It's a gym because your calls are weak. Is this your call? Do the right thing. Retire. You. And especially you. Out of here. I ain't going nowhere. Security, I really don't know these two. We stop by the concession stand on our way out.
Legends are old. Did you know that season 16 aged up the legends? That's because season 0
DealDash.com, where deals come true. This KitchenAid mixer sold for less than $26. This iPad sold for less than $43. And this brand new Xbox sold for $51.
Legends are this. Youngest to oldest. Vantage now 19.
I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And Japan is full. Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
When we started our business, we were paying like $36. There was an option station, I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks, everything was up and running. Outlay was saving money. It's just so much.
6, Pathfinder 77, Ash is 122, even though she died when she was 46 in her
shipping.
And Revenant's 359 years old. He died when she was 44. And so, yeah, Legends are old. Did you know that season 16 aged up the Legends?
FanDuel and PrizePicks talk to the NBA
Great start for Memphis, which is only trailing for 54 seconds and is playing at a frenetic pace.
It really sets the tone for this game, both physically and also just making shots. Like, I think the defense that Houston's playing is solid. They just have to force the toughest shot and hope that Memphis starts to miss and get their defense set. The more you can play and get a set defense for Houston, the better off you're going to be. So keep them out of transition, play set defense.
Penny Hardaway in his 5th year has evolved as a coach, has evolved the roster. NCAA tournament last year snapped an 8-season drought. They're going to go back-to-back. Myron, you had more from Penny in that huddle?
Yeah, fellas, I know it feels like they're playing as fast as the 80s Lakers, but Penny Hardaway in the timeout said it's not fast enough. He said he wants them to push the pace even more, get the ball off the floor, and really show what they can do and take it up to another level.
Myron, I have a follow-up question for Penny.
How? Exactly. That's what I was wondering.
It's really about pushing the tempo here. You want to push it at this point so you keep that Houston defense from getting set. That's DeAndre Wilson's. He just did a 360 to make a pass.
Williams been out of the game for about 5 minutes. Memphis has grown the lead with them. That'll be a charge on Hardaway. The last.
When Houston gets their defense set, when they can see the ball, when they can start communicating as a unit, they're really good. That's why we're one of the best defenses in the country. But if they're forced to scramble on the rebound, meaning Memphis gets a rebound and pushes it up, and Houston scrambles, it's different. They're not as effective.
Shin 0 for 4 to start the game, and here's Davis. It's fake on Walker, gets to his spot. Kendrick Davis, so pure in the mid-range game.
But again, you have a defense retreating, and who picked up Kendrick Davis? It was Jarris Walker. So if Walker's the one stopping the basketball, you have an advantage, and you play to your advantage. It's basketball. Modern-day basketball is about finding an advantage with good action and then continuing to play to it.
All right, so shot swatted away.
There was a day when you would call a play to get a certain score, right? You would run America's play, or you'd screen the screener, but we're going to get the two-guard shot. That doesn't work anymore. Ever since we started playing with a lot of changing defenses, that just doesn't work anymore. What works is good offensive action that gets a defense chasing, find an advantage, and attack with that advantage.
Arsenal on the bench. Houston has won for its last 9 with a scoring drought of more than 3 minutes. Sharp ended the shot clock, and Roberts tried to get it on the rim. He did. Hit the underside of the basket, and Walker's shot rims out. Davis blows by Shed, takes the contact and gets to the lane. And he'll get to the line on the foul against Sharp.
Houston hasn't really. There's a couple things you got to do if you're Houston. Number one, you've just got to settle in. You got to settle into the way this game's being played. Recognize some of your vulnerabilities and then level up. Very rarely is it that Houston has to level up to the game. Today they do. Memphis has set the tone for how this game's going to be played.
Davis, excellent free throw shooter, hits the first. Tonight, ESPN Sunday NBA matchup, Anthony Davis and the Lakers against Julius Randle and the Knicks. 9 Eastern, 8 Central, the red-hot Lakers trying to keep their playoff push going here on ESPN and on the ESPN app. Davis, 85% free throw shooter, hits 2, and there's Marcus Sasser, who it appears will not be playing in this game.
You got to know that's torture for a kid. I mean, you understand what he went through last year being out. This year, that happens yesterday after a phenomenal first-round performance against East Carolina with 30 points.
Roberts trying to back down Lawson. Double team comes. He works through it. A shot gets blocked. It was rejected by McCann from behind, and then Mark commits a foul. They don't have any answers for Memphis on either side.
There are some opportunities, but you've got to get the Memphis defense moving east to west a little bit more. Maybe lift them a little bit. Because there's been help defenders just waiting for any drop. So maybe some ball screen, some slip screen action, particularly with Walker. I would run some ball screen slips with Walker to the three-point line. See if you can create some confusion and maybe get Jamal Shed going downhill. Just get to the basket, see if you can get to the foul line, maybe get these guys in foul trouble and start to get back into this game from the free throw line. But the slip's going to come because Memphis has been doubling the ball at the top, too.
1-1 for Chandler Lawson, a 60% free throw shooter. You know another thing Memphis has really improved this year? They are a much better free throw shooting team. 5 for 5 today. On the year, 74%, which would be their best mark since the 1987-88 season.
I just think there's more consistency overall. The way they play day in, day out, they look like the same team. That hasn't always been the case.
Shed beats the pressure to Roberts. Lawson contests it again. Lost it to Walker. He finishes. Houston's first make after 10 consecutive missed shots.
And that was a Houston bucket. Those are the things that bench gets excited about. That's a culture play, a second chance opportunity. That's how you climb back in this game.
Late as it does it for Memphis, which has controlled this game. Houston without Marcus Sasser. Memphis looking for its first conference tournament title since 2013 Conference USA.
I like this matchup.
Davis over Sharp.
Yep.
Davis rising fire!
Yep, that was so calculated. You can see it. Kendrick Davis, steal by Lomax.
Lomax with another one. Davis lifts the roof off.
Well, Kevin, I think, look, it's still the first half, and there's still 14-14 left. With Memphis, it's putting the country, the field of 68, I guess, on absolute notice. This has been a remarkable start. Kendrick Davis gets the matchup he likes against Maxwell Sharp. He drains it with a little rhythm dribble. Lomax gets the steal, kicks it back out to Davis, and they are rolling.
Abota miyu, abota fastioso, abota mucha kuta gusta hasi reto. Tanto poi camo boccia. Eterdia di camo da.
Since we were here, back then, we could barely afford a hospital. I'm glad we invested for the long term with Vanguard. Now we're back here again. No jobs, no kids, just us. And there are advisors preparing us for what lies ahead.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, giving you confidence throughout today's longer retirement. That's the value of ownership.
Did you know Auto Trader lets me shop for cars by monthly payment? So I know what I'll pay before I buy. Is that a refrigerator joke? All right, just stick to making ice. I didn't mean right now.
You know, those mornings when it takes just a little bit extra to get you out of bed. Just one to you.
Wake up to the goodness of Jimmy Dean.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and zero sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
And what if I want the new car?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want the new career?
Keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing really quick, keep bouncing again, keep running, keep bouncing, keep bouncing, keep bouncing, keep bouncing again, keep bouncing real quick. Feel free to jump in. Keep bouncing again, keep bouncing again.
At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Tom Steve Zubin coming up
Buena,
with the halftime report. Joe Lenardi's final bracketology is out. Both sides of the bubble we'll talk about. What do you see in the first half?
Kendrick Davis. I mean, he keeps this up. This game's going to be known as the Kendrick Davis game. What a show he's putting on. Well, right now, Kelvin Sampson has got to be challenging the bigs to get into this game. Juwan Roberts and Jarris Walker, they've got to play. They've got to not only get on the glass, they've got to defend better. They've got to attack the rim and cut this lead before they get into half.
5 auto bids are on the line today. We'll run through all of it. We're watching the Big Ten for you as well. We'll see you at the half, guys.
See you there. We know these teams will be in the NCAA tournament. You can pick them as far as you want in ESPN's Tournament Challenge. Scan the QR code on screen and download the app. Play the #1 bracket game. Create a group, invite your friends, and get ready for the madness.
I agree with Coach Crean. I couldn't hear what Woj said. I agree with him too. But in terms of pounding the paint, there's a couple ways to do it. Sometimes it's going to be off the bounce, but you could just throw it inside. But that double team's been really disruptive. So you've got to get some of the defenders out of the paint, or create some space to attack.
18-point lead against not just the #1 team in this conference, the #1 team in the country. Sharp. Around and out, another rebound to Lawson, who was dominated down low.
The other way to look at it, too, is like, I look at going at Williams. I think you've got to attack. Oh, look.
Oh, my goodness. Sharp hits the deck. Davis hits 20 in the first half.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's going to be on YouTube.
He has as many points as the entire Houston team. Walker. No good. Rebound up for grabs. Arsenal is fouled.
Look, sometimes it gets a little slippery out there. And Kendrick Davis has a wiggle. You're back. Look, a lot of us, we're just normal human beings. Go ahead and back pedal real fast and see what happens. You'll likely fall back over. But if Kendrick Davis is dribbling at you, I don't care how great of an athlete you are. That's a tough cover.
For the first game between these teams this year, about a month ago in Houston, Kendrick Davis did not play. He was hurt in the UCF game earlier in the week.
Jeez.
He played very well in the game a week ago. He scored 26 points against Houston on Sunday at the game-tying layup late. He's got 20 already, plus a couple of assists.
Those numbers are ridiculous, but so is 40 points in the first half. Like, this is a Houston team that hasn't given up more than 50 points the entire tournament. It feels like it'll change.
Arsenal 1 for 2.
Now, I do think DeAndre Williams is so important to this team. I would seek out matchup opportunities to attack and go to him off the bounce.
Davis out of the game. They tried to, and Shed gets a steal. Shed blowing through Williams. Shed finds Roberts, but it's down.
Quick shot opportunities. Now get your defense set. Part of setting your defense is communicating.
Trying to take it away from Lomax. Dribbles out of it. Under 3 to play in the first half. Memphis shooting 63%. McCann follows his own miss.
Memphis plays by their own rules. I think that's what makes them so tough to figure out, tough to cover.
Shed misses another one. Mark with an offensive rebound. Houston has a lot of those. They haven't converted them into too many points, though. That's 12 offensive rebounds.
Because they're not easy offensive rebounds. They've been battles with a lot of bodies around, so you've got to just get the ball back out.
Only 4 second chance points, now 6 as Roberts taps into this for Shed.
You understand what I'm saying? If the defensive rebounding is good for Memphis, they're present, they're trying, you just win that battle. If you're Houston, kicking that thing back out to get a good look is probably the best thing you can do because there are a lot of bodies inside.
Lomax. Over the paint, here's Williams. Finds a cutting Chandler Lawson.
DeAndre Williams. Look, experience does matter. What he did was he looked baseline first because that baseline drive, baseline drift, that spin on the baseline, you usually throw baseline. Defender took that away, and Lawson made the right play. He cut to the basket. Williams found him. That was special. That's good basketball. And like we show the highlight, but really it's the whole play here. This ball's going to go into Williams. He's going to spin baseline. He's going to look baseline. It's not there. When the defense takes the baseline pass away, Lawson makes the right read. That's good basketball, man. That's a team that has really developed throughout the course of this season. And with that development comes an identity that I talked about. The identity that is rooted more in DeAndre Williams than a Kendrick Davis. And I think that's what's sustainable, right? It was, are they going to be James Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa? No. Jalen Duren and Monty Bates? No. It's more of these program guys that make you better not only for the time being, but beyond their tenure.
Leonard tonight, selection Sunday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central. Reese Davis in the game. We'll look at the men's field of 68 on Sports Center as the brackets are announced. We'll roll that right into bracketology, preview the men's field, and the women's selection special at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on ESPN, and then previews both the men's and women's fields, 10 Eastern, 9 Central on ESPN 2. Roberts goes 2 for 2 in the line. Number 1 team in the country. Winners of 13 straight, undefeated away from home, undefeated in this arena all time. Looks absolutely shell-shocked. Franklin feeds the post. It's Williams. It's Franklin again. It's a missed 3. And it's Arsenault tapping it to the onrushing Roberts. Roberts takes it himself down the floor. It feeds Cheney. Oh, the classic Roberts to Cheney break.
So drawn up, Kev. It's good to see the Houston fans up off their feet trying to wheel their team back into this game. It's just tough sledding without Marcus Sasser. Hard to find somebody that can really just kind of stop the bleeding and find some easy opportunities.
Davis has been untouchable in the first half. The Houston, Texas native. Into Lawson. Into McCannon. Into the baskets. Oh, they just threw a lazy pass, Arsenault, and knocked away by Williams, who once again is mean mugging all over the floor.
Facial reacts from DeAndre Williams are priceless. I like that Houston's going to that zone from time to time, but they haven't been great in it, largely because Davis is so good about lulling you to sleep and being able to split those defenders, get the ball to the high post area. But Lawson making the right pass to McCann. I mean, they're just playing as if they're all operating as one right now. Again, another thing we haven't seen from Memphis in previous years. This is a together group, which is ultimately what you think of with Houston, right? Connectedness, togetherness, family, all those things. That's what makes Houston special. That's the culture, the identity that we talk about.
Houston's lost 2 games this year. Won by 6 to Alabama, won by a point to Temple. They're down 17 in the first half. Jamal Shed crossing over Lawson, got into the lane, leans in, banks it home. And that will be that for the first half. Question about whether there was a delay of game or not on Mark touching the ball, but the officials going to sort it out with the Memphis coaches, and we'll head to the locker room. And the nation's #1 team, without Marcus Sasser, has been dazed and confused. Down 15 to Penny Hardaway's Tigers. Penny's with Myron.
Penny, you gotta play at a video game. Take some skill from your guys. Keep pushing it. How fast can you play?
Well, we're trying to play as fast as we can. We have to. We got to get those guys going, get them down, get our guys down the floor, and get the ball up fast, man. We got to make them run.
You wanted Kendrick Davis here. When he plays like that, how difficult is this Memphis team to beat?
We're very difficult to beat because he's in kill mode right now. He's a closer, and he's doing what he does.
How much different is it facing the Houston team without Marcus Sasser out there?
Oh, it's a difference. It's a difference for sure because he's a great player. But we face him in Houston without KD. So, hey, it is what it is.
They stop it.
What it is a drubbing right now. 46 points and a half against the Houston team. They gave up 46 points games at this American tournament. Remarkable. Wow. What more can you say but wow? That's it. Subin, Steve, and Tom will have only 2 more words to say than well. We'll send to them now with the All-State Round report.
We'll get a little loquacious, no doubt, Kev. Here we go. It's the All-State halftime report. Steve, third matchup of the year between Princeton and Yale, and the Tigers finally won one, the one that counts.
Absolutely, and it was Coach Oklahoma, the Ivy League Giannis, yes, sir, who dominated the game. Princeton was fantastic. Mitch Henderson's team defended well. They shot 3, and they have a star player in Coach Oklahoma. Princeton really got off to that 12-0 lead. Yale started to figure it out. But Princeton came back, and they just continued to move the ball, and their one-on-one defense the second half was phenomenal.
Mitch Henderson was great as a player there. Now he's taking the Tigers to the tournament. But then we welcome you inside the All-State halftime report. Tom Crean, Steve Wojciechowski, Zubin Mehenti. You're looking above us. That score is correct. No Sasser. Penny talked about it. Your thoughts?
Kelvin Sampson's probably in there challenging their compete level right now. And if you call it, yeah, at a high level. Because the bigs have not competed. And Kendrick Davis is obviously playing extremely well right now. He's got 20. But the bottom line is the bigs have not imposed their will on this game right now. I wouldn't want to be Juwan Roberts, Jarris Walker. I wouldn't want to be those guys right now and about for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I throw their guards into it. I mean, Jamal Shead, Tremont Mark have been stars for Kelvin Sampson. They're combined 2 or 3 for 14.
Shead's not leading, and he's just not leading their team. And this isn't make or break in their season. But right now, this is not the way you want to play and the way you want to look going into the NCAA tournament if you're Houston.
Speaking of compete level, wait till you see what Alabama did today. Wire to wire. Woo! Incredible. They never really beat them a little over a week ago. That more next.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate, reminding you that college basketball season is mayhem.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time with lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
A Corona and palm trees. A Corona and calm seas. And a bomb breeze. And our strong knees. It's Andy. It's Snoop. And we're eating Guam cheese. Guam cheese? Yeah, I don't know. I ran out of rhymes.
Experience the capability of the complete line of SUVs at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
The pepperoni in Panera's new toasted baguette is sliced a little thicker to hold more flavor. So when fresh mozzarella melts over it, that detail will be big. New toasted baguettes. Cater your next event with Panera.
In March, we for platters and Vantage What you dream of. 2 words.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like minimum 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the message loud and clear.
That's right, Eugenics Total T.
Eugenics Total T is the unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient, clinically researched to boost free testosterone, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Eugenics is the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting 4 to 42424.
Thanks. It'll make you feel like a new man. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Eugenics now. Text 4 to 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Eugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
You're watching the All-State Halftime Report.
Only seems fitting that the SEC's top 2 teams met for the championship, and it was Alabama.
Javon Quinterly and the Alabama guards were terrific against the A&M pressure defense. They were able to get into the paint, play drive and kick basketball, and Brandon Miller was doing Brandon Miller things. He had 4 threes, led Alabama with 23 points, and he took off. Whoa! That kid is special.
The SEC Player of the Year for a reason. Speaking of dominant players that are special here, Coach Big Ten.
Yeah, in all likelihood, if there wasn't this guy right here, Zach Edey, Brandon Miller might be the National Player of the Year. But there is a Zach Edey, and you can't guard him. He's got 15 already in this game. Fletcher Lorer with a bucket right here, which is really good if you're Matt Painter. Penn State is doing a pretty good job on the freshman guards. David Jenkins playing excellent for Purdue with 11 points already in the first half.
Joe Lunardi's final bracketology is out. It is set in stone. Alabama, your overall #1 seed. You see Texas, Marquette, Arizona, UCLA on the 2 line. As for the other end, the bubble, if you will, last 4 in, his final at-large team in the field is Arizona State. You see Oklahoma State just on the outside looking in. That's according to his final projections. Let's bring the guys back on here. All right, you just saw the top and the bottom, if you will.
We're bubbled out.
We're bubbled out. Most of us are.
Let's talk high level.
Yeah, then go ahead. Talk high level.
For me, Steve, I like that 2 line. I like the adjustments that they've made, that Joe has made on the 2 line. I mean, there's no question that any of those 2, all 4 of those 2, could end up in Houston. They're just that good. I think when you're watching the tournament, you're filling out your bracket. Who's got 4 bigs? Because it's not just fouls. It's like, who can change the game? And when you get in foul trouble with big men, who can come in and continue to play? Do they have a stretch 4? Do they have somebody that can really change the defense and change the matchups? And much like the backup quarterback is so valuable in football, all right, a secondary ball handler, whether he's on the court or off the bench, is crucial as you're picking teams for March.
Yeah, I think all 8 of the top seeds, when healthy, are capable of winning a national championship. But 3 of those teams are not at full strength. Kansas,
great point.
Bill Self, his status is unknown. Kevin McClure has been injured. Now it looks like he'll be able to come back. But UCLA, Jalen Clark is a huge loss. The best defensive player in the country. Not having him is big. And Dembona with his shoulder is a big question mark. And then for Houston, we're seeing it today. Marcus Sasser. I mean, if you need any indication of how important Marcus Sasser is to Houston, all you have to do is watch this game.
As evidenced by the 15-point deficit. Alex Lomax doesn't feel bad at all. This is maybe the biggest win of Penny's career at Memphis, no matter what the circumstances.
Newman, the game is still going. You've already Kelvin Sampson sounded this to play for his team. Newman just gave Memphis the championship.
Motivation.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
I just switched to Verizon Business Unlimited. It is just right for my little business. Unlimited premium data, unlimited hotspot data.
You know it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
When it comes to your business, not all bars are created equal. So switch to Verizon Business Unlimited today.
Dove Men invited dermatologists to test new advanced care body washes that start solving skin issues in the shower
It's a very great way to control your breakouts.
For my clients with dry skin, I would absolutely recommend this product. New Dove Men Advanced Care Body Washes.
Come to TurboTax and don't do your taxes. Meet with an expert who will do them for you, so you can do not taxes. Intuit TurboTax, 100% expert guaranteed.
Experience the exhilaration of the performance line at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
A man, his tractor, and his family. These are the Upshaws. Though he goes by Shaw, which stands for skilled hands at work. Because whether he's cutting hair, mowing grass, moving earth, or even roasting marshmallows, he's got a firm grasp on what matters most. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us on a John Deere tractor and start telling yours.
Honey, garlic, two of Mother Nature's finest ingredients. We put them in a sweet and savory sauce that'll give your taste buds a talking to. Mama knows best. All new honey garlic for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate, reminding you that college basketball season is mayhem.
What a great moment for all those men. The man leading VCU, Steve, you know who it is.
Ace Baldwin has been the leader for this VCU team all year. The Baltimore City guard is as tough as they come. Bottom line in this game, they overcame a halftime deficit, outscored Dayton by 18, and a big part of it was holding Dayton to 14% three-point shooting in this game.
15 points, 5 dimes. Baldwin was outstanding. VCU is the champion of the Atlantic 10. As soon as the AAC game goes final, SportsCenter's up full bracketology coverage all night long on ESPN and ESPN2. Tom and Steve will unveil the NIT bracket on ESPN2.
Don't sound so excited.
10 p.m.
Don't sound so excited.
This has been the Allstate Halftime Report.
The Subaru Crosstrek. Dog tested, dog approved. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with the Galaxy Phone trade-in. Any year, any condition. There are all kinds of products in this world. Things that make life easier. More and more fun. But New York Life's product is different. It's 12,000 experts whose responsibility is to be there. To guide you through the happiest and most difficult times. People who know the most valuable things in life aren't things at all. This is our product. This is what we do.
What happens when you dare? When you push for more, for what's next? When we dare, we lead the energy transition, launch a new era of healthcare innovation, and ignite the entrepreneurial spirit. We shape the future of hospitality, transform lives in our communities, and change the way the game is played. Again, we discover, we imagine, we inspire, we dare.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like minimum 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in
Mommy?
testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the
Hoy sí te diste vida, ¿no?
That's right, you
¿Tú estudiaste?
Nugenix Total
¿Ah?
T is the unique
¿Estudiaste?
man boosting formula powered by
Te estoy preguntando que si estudiaste, no me digas que
free testosterone to help you feel stronger.
¿Va a poder buquiler?
Muscle and drive. Nugenix is the #1 testosterone brand at GNC,
¿Cómo te
but
sientes?
you can only get your
Bien.
complimentary
Bien.
bottle by texting
No, vámonos.
Thanks. It'll make you feel like
Oxe, beda, não? Você toca cava.
Chill like it too. Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text FORWARD to 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever. Absolutely free.
Welcome back to ESPN's Champ Week, presented by Principal. We're at the American Men's Basketball Championship in Fort Worth. DeAndre Williams got off to a hot start. See the stats, or just look at his face to know it. 7 points for him. Kendrick Davis had 20. Memphis is drubbing the nation's #1 team, Kevin Brown, John Crispin. We'll try to tell you what that first half felt like here, but there are some FCC regulations we have to abide by. Let's just go with, oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, Penny said, look, they're in kill mode, and it certainly seems as such. And I said this really starts with DeAndre Williams because I think he's the identity of this program. It's a budding culture that's rooted in the identity of someone like DeAndre Williams, a playmaker, but great energy. He makes tough play after tough play. He plays in a way that is Memphis, right? There's no real formula. Just go out and ball. They're playing fast. Their hair's on fire. They're moving the basketball. They're hitting shots. And I tell you, when DeAndre Williams is playing with confidence, it lifts everybody else. And then when you get Kendrick Davis having 20 points in the first half, 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 4 from the foul line, he is controlling the game in every way. He moves the game, not just the basketball.
Houston's worst defensive half of the season, largest halftime deficit by any #1 team this season are out in game track. Kendrick Davis, the Houston native. 1 year ago in this tournament, he was playing for SMU. He was eliminated by Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers in the transfer portal as a grad transfer. He joined Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers, and he is 20 minutes away from sealing what is currently a foregone conclusion, his first NCAA tournament bid ever, but 20 minutes away from getting there as a conference tournament champion.
Like a stop here out of the half is important for Houston.
Jake Hardaway. And he'll miss a shot, but they're not going to get the stop right away. Elijah McCann has the rebound for Memphis. McCann had a good first half. It was all Davis, though, with 20. Make it 23!
That's just a dagger. I mean, you played good defense. The skip pass got the defense to over-rotate. They over-rotate and give up the offensive rebound. It turns into another 3 for Davis.
Last 5 games, Davis is 18 for 33 from three-point range. 23 in the game, ahead of the season average of the Americans' leading scorer. Houston, without Marcus Sasser, has a miss from Tremont Mark, who's just 2 for 8.
They just don't have the same balance. Trout.
Williams turns it over.
Yeah, they just don't have the same balance. When you have multiple ball handlers, multiple guys that can facilitate a bit and initiate things off the bounce, you're dangerous. The rotations are different. The multiple guys that can come off a ball screen with Shed and Sasser, it's a different type of dynamic that you have to defend. Shed's going to have to do a lot. I think that's the second half. Shed's really going to have to do a lot, especially off the bounce, getting it into the paint.
It's just 1 for 7 for 4 points. Roberts leads the way with 8. Arsenault, the freshman, making his first career start at 7. Here's Park. Here's Arsenault. Shot fake on the 3. Calmly into a 2 that's dragged by Roberts. Roberts with his 10th rebound. Houston will work it back around to Mark.
It's scrambled defensively for Memphis. Something they weren't always good at.
Over Williams, that's way off the mark. Roberts has another rebound, and Roberts finally gets it to go.
It's a good start for Houston. Just they got on the offensive glass. They gave up one on the other end, though. They've got to be careful. Just limiting opportunities for Memphis with their own defense.
16 offensive rebounds have only been turned into 8 second chance points. And the transfer from Georgia Southern is hooked by Mark, who commits his second foul.
interesting to see who can control the tempo of this second half. You heard Penny Hardaway really trying to play fast. Well, Kelvin's going to have to slow this thing down once he gets control.
Byron, what do you hear from Kelvin Sampson at halftime?
Yeah, he said, keep fighting. We got it down to 15. Let's see if we can get it down to 10. I asked him if the pace was really creating problems. He said it's not the pace, it's the turnovers that are giving Memphis those opportunities.
I think the pace is ultimately to avoid allowing Houston to set their defense. So if you just kind of cram it down their throats, force them into a transition scramble, and then keep moving the basketball, keep looking to attack, the defense never really gets set. And without Sasser on the floor, they are different. Sasser's one of the best communicators. He's one of the best on-the-ball defenders. So you take him off, and you're asking different personnel to play significant minutes. That's a lot to ask. Against the team in Memphis, who was on another level right now.
Free throws for DeAndre Williams. The oldest player in Division I men's college basketball, 26 years old. He's a Houston, Texas native who was hoping he would have been done by college a long time ago by now. He's had a winding journey to get here. Some time in homeschool programs, trouble with credits applying. Was going to go to a junior college. That didn't end up working out. Ended up finally beginning his career at Evansville. He would transfer from there to Memphis. He wasn't eligible initially, but since the moment he stepped onto the court, the game at Tulane a couple of years ago, everything changed with the Memphis program.
Oh, completely. Look, if you're diligent and you have a good attitude, it all seems to make sense in the end. And I'm willing to bet DeAndre Williams would say that. He's been diligent. He's had a great attitude about things. He lifts his team every day, and it all works out in the end.
Here's Davis. Lost in a jumper. Williams or McCann fighting for that rebound. Mark's got it. Slower shooting start to the half for Memphis, but Houston only with 2 points in the first 3 minutes. Roberts to back down Williams. Walker's had a tough shooting night, and he did. He was 1 for 7 before that. The freshman of the year, Jarris Walker.
And that was good patience by Roberts and Walker. Roberts just kind of working down to get the secondary defender in Lawson to just dig down a little bit to be able to give Walker an open shot opportunity. Walker was ready for it in rhythm. Raises the percentage of that shot.
Davis. It's going to be Houston ball, according to Pat Adams. Penny Hardaway's calling for a review, but we're nowhere near that. It's not under 2 minutes.
It's the Swizzle stick.
I think it's instinctive for a coach at this point. Ball goes out of bounds, you want a review.
You look at the crowd. The crowd does the same thing. Well, we really don't want reviews because we don't want the game to get slow and physical and boring. We want it to be fast and physical and fun.
Roberts into Lawson. Got to the left. Battle along the boards is won by Memphis. And Lomax comes out of there with it after McCann got the rebound.
McCann's really good for them, too. Terrific athlete, great length. They have the right combination of physicality, toughness, and length and athleticism.
There's an intercept by Walker.
Williams only got hit on the arm.
Shed. They need a basket here, Houston. Shed. And he's fouled. McCann with his third. Memphis led by 15 at the half. They're up 14 at the under 16 of the American title game. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Subaru. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, introducing the Ego zero-turn riding mower with e-steer technology. Drives like a car, turns on a dime, delivering ultimate control with the precision of a steering wheel. It's weather resistant, and with 22 horsepower, it cuts up to 2.5 acres on a single charge. Powered by Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery technology, the same battery is used on all Ego tools, exclusively from Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
A feeling this dynamic is invite-only. Fortunately, you're invited. Experience the exhilaration of the performance line.
invitation to Alexa's sales event.
We switched to Liberty Mutual and saved $652. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. With the money we saved, we thought we'd try electric unicycles. Careful, babe. Saving was definitely easier.
Hey, babe, I think I got it. It's actually...
Okay, show off. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.